All right, Ryan Newman joining the Smart Tour this year, racing modifieds. I know you've always been a modified guy, but what is it that made you come run the Smart Tour this year?
Just the fun and the opportunity. Herbie Sadler, Senator Bill Stanley with SS Racing, he gave us a great opportunity last year to go experience it. Got a great taste with Wilkesboro especially, and just to come out and race. I mean, the cars I love. I've talked about it for years, running Loudon and Bristol and whatnot. So just a great opportunity to come out and play, and got a beautiful day to do it.
You get a few feels of these southern tracks though, and a lot of tire conservation racing. How is the schedule going to be kind of different, a different flavor of modified racing for you?
Well, that's the thing. North Wilkesboro was way more than I ever anticipated. A lot of smart race tracks are places I've never run at before because they're not Martinsville's or Richmond's or Bristol's and places like that. So, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun.
What ones do you have circled on your calendar? I know it's a pretty interesting schedule, and we were talking before, there's a few tracks you haven't been to, like Dominion. So what are you looking forward to?
Always the next one. That's what's circled. I don't think that any racetrack I'm in a disadvantage at. Obviously, there's guys like Hirschman and a few others who have got a lot of laps at different racetracks, but I've got a lot of laps and learned things that they haven't learned at other racetracks, so we'll see how we adapt.
So this guy right here has been a Cup guy for a long time, but I considered him a modified guy after one moment, and I kind of want to ask you about it. Like we were at New Hampshire, and a journalist asked you, why do you come down to race with the modifieds, and you quickly corrected him. How do you look at, obviously we look at the Cup guys as the big dogs, right? But these modified guys are pretty darn talented.
They're very talented, and you got guys like Priest and a few others who have made it. Look back in the day with Bodine and Jimmy Spencer and Steve Park. And the talent's always been there. It's just a matter of, like anybody else, getting your brakes and moving up per se. But really, it's all the same thing. Once you put a helmet on and grab a hold of the steering wheel, you're just another driver. And whether you're in a Smart Tour or running a Tour Modified or running a Bristol Cup car in dirt, you're just a driver.
So you got this teammate that you kind of know. Tell me about this young, new, fresh-faced teammate you have.
Yeah, I just met him last week. He seems to be a pretty young, wet behind the ears kind of fellow. But I've always raced, and I shouldn't say that. I've got a lot of experience racing with Bobby. More so last year racing in the SRX than probably ever talked to him at all in the years that I raced with him before that. So we would say hi to drivers' meetings. We never had any kind of run-ins, so maybe now's our time. As teammates, we got no other excuse than to have a little bit of an issue.
So he's quickly turned into a modified guy. This guy's always been a modified guy, and we'll see him all year on Flo.